what's up guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here then welcome to our little corner of the internet. Today we're going to be watching a video titled My First Time in Florida as a European Culture Shock, which you can already imagine I've heard things about Florida, okay? I've heard things about Florida. I haven't watched like a state video of it, but I think this is gonna cover it pretty well, so I'm pretty excited. Without further ado, let's see what this video is about.
I've only ever seen it in the high school movies.
For Christmas this year,
Wow, it's
I
pretty.
decided to travel to the United States to experience the festive season in one of the country's most conservative states, Florida.
This whole stretch of coast is the Space Coast, and there's a lot of space for spaces here, and you can actually watch rocket launches, and that's actually why I'm here.
And while Europe's daily news is filled with Trump's tariffs, his immigration policies, and talk about how he wants to split up the EU, I wasn't sure how this visit would go. In the end, it turned out that the biggest culture shocks for me weren't even the
I've received some comments about not making this channel political. Guys, this channel remains non-political. I don't check what I'm watching before I watch it, so
million different Monster Energy drink flavors.
This is crazy. Never have I seen this many Red Bull flavors. Or here.
are there different flavors of Red Bull? What?
This fridge. All of these monsters.
Or the garbage disposal built into every sink.
Oh, that's gonna be so weird. I'm scared of those because I've seen so many horror movies where you put your hand in there and then it's just
You better don't put your hand down there.
But more than anything, I learned just how profoundly different life over here really is.
Good morning to Cocoa Beach. I want to show you this road because this is straight from an American movie. This place looks just so US American. This is crazy. The first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna find some coffee because it's still very early in the morning and I'm still a little bit tired. Maybe it's still a little bit jet lagged. So let's get some coffee.
This looks like when I started YouTube as a child, like when I started like wanting to do YouTube and I started doing vlogs, and I was looking at other YouTubers. This is like exactly what it looked like in their videos, like just vibrant and so, I don't know, so American. I love it.
First. Hi, can I get a cappuccino with oat milk?
Regular, right?
Regular size, yes please.
Little did I know what a regular coffee would actually look like.
Got my coffee and we're ready to explore. And the thing is, these tablets where you have to tip, I know that's like everywhere here in the States, but the interesting thing is I haven't even seen it for the first time here, because even in Germany, in Berlin specifically, there are like all these gentrified cafes opening up and they also ask for this tip, which is kind of crazy because the minimum wage is just much higher. Like, people don't depend as much on tips in Europe usually. Do you see that over there? So here we have a smoke shop and a kava bar. I've never in my whole life seen a kava bar anywhere, just sitting on the other side of the highway over there.
Weird.
That's crazy, but it's probably
And that's also such a weird place to have one, no? Like,
gonna be a place that I would check out. There is another smoke shop right over there offering kratom. This is crazy how normalized all of that is here.
And that's not even all. You can also conveniently get your ketamine therapy right by the side of the highway.
And after you got your kratom, you just come here to Wake and Bake Bakery Company to get your morning bread. This is so funny. I think the bakery is still closed though, so they've probably baked too much and not baked enough. It's December right now, and as you can see, the sun is shining and the weather is like so nice. I don't even...
it's December? Excuse me. It looks like summer.
I wouldn't need this jacket actually. It's like super nice. I love like all the palm trees around. And later we're also gonna check out the beach for sure. Look at this heron down here. That is so pretty. I know in these canals back here, it's possible to see manatees in there. So I'm gonna keep my eyes open, maybe we can see one. I think we're entering a little bit more of a residential area. And I mean, just look how cool this is, like having your own pier down here and your own boats in the canals. This must be so cool. So I know that this town, Cocoa Beach, has a really high average age. I think it's somewhere in the 50s because a lot of retired people from other places in the United States moved down here to Florida because of the weather, because it's winter right now and the weather is absolutely perfect. So there's a lot of old and retired people here around. I do think there's also the chance that like alligators live in there, so you could also end up with an alligator in your backyard.
I usually would go for more for like forests and a little bit of rainier type of vibe, but this looks absolutely beautiful. I would absolutely not mind being here.
While ending up with an alligator doesn't sound like much fun to me, seeing manatees definitely does. And one day during my stay, I actually got to see some, which was really cool.
That's so cute.
This really looks like the most quintessential American neighborhood. You have all these mailboxes here. And if you're from the United States, like, this is really normal for you, like seeing these neighborhoods. But coming from Europe, this is so foreign. This is just so different. Never would you see all of the mailboxes just like here at the side of the road. These like super wide roads.
So pretty.
And like everyone has like these America flags.
And look at these houses, look so American as well. It's really, really nice though. That's so cool.
These United States flags.
This looks like the houses you see in movies.
Flags here on the ground.
Like everything just looks like a movie set.
There too. You definitely do not see that in Germany. Like if someone puts like 3 little German flags right there in their front yard, I mean you can do it. It's a bit strange. Oh my god, and the mailboxes, they have this little flag, so if there's mail in there, the flag will be popped up so that you don't even have to leave your home to see if you received a letter. Just look out of the window and you see the flag popped up. I have never been to a Waffle House before, but it's noon, so I think we should get something to eat. And I think Waffle House has all-day breakfast. And since I've just never been to one, I want to check it out. And I'm actually really surprised about how small it is, because usually everything is so big here in the States.
Was Waffle House the place where all the fights went down?
This place looks so American. I can't believe it.
I also love how enthusiastic she is about everything. Sorry, I'm talking so much, but I'm excited for her.
So I think I'm gonna go with the egg breakfast and add some tomatoes to make it healthy. But some of these options on here are so interesting. Like, you can get hash brown bowls. Oh yeah. That is something I literally never saw before in my whole life. And I also love the fact that every single item says the exact amount of calories it comes with. I definitely love this very American view. I mean, who doesn't love to see parking lots, motels? I already got my breakfast and I'm really excited to try my first ever American hash browns. So here we have everything and I just love that everywhere here you get Tabasco. I think it's a staple in American cuisine.
Hot sauce is definitely something that I like. I don't know why. Like, but all sauces actually, like ranch, barbecue sauce, hot sauce. I just find it very American for some reason.
And while I was waiting for food, I read something really interesting. There's actually a Waffle House index here because here in the South they get a lot of hurricanes, a lot of natural disasters. And Waffle House usually stays open even though there's like no electricity and everything is like destroyed by the hurricane. So the Waffle House index indicates how many Waffle Houses are closed during a hurricane. And based on that, the government assesses how bad the damage is, like based on how many Waffle Houses are closed. Okay, but now that was an interesting fact. Now let's try the hash brown.
The fat electrician said something.
This looks actually really
that.
similar to what my grandma would make in Germany when I was a child.
Oh, that must
it
be
looks
so
similar,
good.
but it tastes very, very different to German hash browns or the version that we have. It's good.
I've never had hash browns. I once tried to make them, and it didn't work out. It did not work out at all. But I bet that they're delicious. I mean, anything with potato is just
So I'm gonna finish my first ever Waffle House experience, and then we're gonna continue. This food was so filling. I know the portion didn't look that big, but it's just crazy. I cannot eat that much food here because it's so heavy in the States. I'm really happy that I've tried out Waffle House. So one thing done on my list. Now there's gonna be a rocket launch today because we're here at the Space Coast in like 1.5 hours. So I'm gonna try to go a bit closer. It's a bit overcast today, but maybe we can see something. I'm here on the base of the Space Force Station, the US Space Force base. I am not in the secure property, so this here is like public. There's a little museum here behind me. Here behind me there's like the busiest cruise ship port in the whole world, because this is where the Disney cruises start, and they also have casino cruises going from here because gambling is illegal in the States, so they found this loophole, which is really funny. But I'm not here because of the cruise ships. In 30 minutes they're gonna shoot.
Gambling is illegal in the United States? In Florida, maybe? Because, I mean, Las Vegas is all about gambling, no?
The rocket up into the sky, just somewhere over there. So it's pretty overcast right now, so hopefully we can see something. And the load that they're gonna shoot up is worth $1 billion US. There's a live stream going on right now that I watched, so $1 billion. It's some classified stuff, so it's probably like something to spy on us that's gonna be shot up into space today by SpaceX. And 30 minutes, and then hopefully we can see something. So we have about 3 minutes to go before they launch the rocket. And the very special thing about this launch today is that we will be able to hear a sonic boom because the booster is actually gonna land here on land. So sometimes it's landing out in the ocean, then you cannot hear a sonic boom, but it is gonna land very close, just somewhere over there.
And
That's
then
wild.
I waited for the launch, together with dozens of other people.
Oh my god. There is like there between the palm trees.
Seeing the bright tail of the rocket rise from the launch pad in the distance and head into space was kinda unreal.
So that's really cool. Here's the live stream. This is the booster that is in space. Somewhere up there now.
A couple of minutes later, I saw the booster coming back down and landing just a few miles from me.
Okay, so the thing just...
Oh my goodness, I got scared. I got scared. That sounded so hot. Like, even from the headphones, imagine in real
Down
life.
and landing just a few miles from me.
Okay, so the thing just...
That's wild.
Whoa. That is so loud. Okay, so that was crazy. It's crazy how fast the rocket goes up and comes back down, or the booster comes back down. That was really cool.
A couple of days later, I got the chance to see another launch from inside the Kennedy Space Center.
Okay, again, 30 seconds after launch, you'll hear the sound about 10 seconds from now.
I got really lucky. It was a clear day with bright blue skies, and I was so close to the launch pad that I could actually see the rocket with my bare eyes as it made its way into space. I've never been very interested in space exploration before, but after spending a few days on America's space coast, that definitely changed.
we're here in downtown of Cocoa Beach, and
That's wild. But the sonic boom, like, doesn't that hurt your ears? You know, like what? Oh, I don't know. I got so scared though.
look at my new Florida dress
I love it.
that I got. I also got a Cocoa Beach hat, so I'm perfectly prepared. And now we're gonna have a look at the beach. The beach is just down there at the end of the road, and all of this here is, I guess, a typical downtown in a small US American beach town. So I'm very excited to have a look around. And this bar over here is really interesting because from my understanding here, you can only drink here if you're a veteran. There's like all of the military flags right up here. It's really interesting because I've never seen a bar like this that is just for veterans anywhere in my home country, Germany, ever before.
Me neither.
And I think here
I didn't even know that's a thing. At all. Do you guys go to, like, if there's veterans here, do you guys go to veteran bars? I bet the parties are amazing there though.
in the States, it's just a completely different level of, I think you could almost call it worship for the troops, which is just so
As they should.
different to what I'm used to. I think it's pretty understandable considering Germany's history and, yeah, what happened in the country. So yeah, I understand that we don't have the same level of troop worship almost. But yeah, let's head to the beach now. Welcome to the Bermuda Triangle, as it is called by locals. All here around me, these are bars, and it's called Bermuda Triangle by locals because it's very easy to get lost here in the bars. The beach is right down there behind this Christmas tree. Everywhere here along the road you see these signs, and you know, this is just so typical. You see this always in the movies where there's text down here and you can replace the text. And for me, this is like really, really unique because you only see these kind of signs in the US, but here you see them everywhere. You can just replace the text. It's pretty cool, I think. And we do have a Christmas tree here, though
The letters would get robbed here so quickly. That's like, that couldn't be a thing.
it is actually getting pretty warm right now, and my sweater, my hoodie is actually way too warm for this weather. But having a Christmas tree in like 20 degrees Celsius is very random. It's like, I'm not used to that. I'm used to a Christmas tree and snow, not to a Christmas tree and beach and palm trees. Welcome to Cocoa Beach. There are so many birds down here. But this is a really nice beach. I love it. Because these sand dunes here behind me actually do remind me a little bit of the beaches we have in northern Germany. We do have very similar sand dunes, probably different plants, but I like the beach. It's a very nice beach.
It looks so pretty. Wow, I love clouds.
During this couple of days that I spent here in Florida so far, I noticed that the food is like really, really processed. So I was looking for a more healthy options, which is not so easy because all the restaurants here are like chain restaurants. Most of them I've never seen in my life before. But I was looking for a more healthy option and I found Panera Bread, which is just over there. And I got some
Panera Bread. Oh no, I'm mixing it up with Olive Garden because I was like, isn't Olive Garden for pasta? Maybe? I think I've heard of Panera as well though. We don't have it here though.
food. Okay, 1,000 calories. And I can get even more bread.
A healthier option, and then you pick mac and cheese, girl?
Great.
I guess so.
I got a Panera bread bowl here because this place is famous for bread, which I suppose is a very healthy option. So here we got it. I think I have to fill the mac and cheese myself in here. Yeah. Okay, so let's take the lid off. So you have to.
I don't know if she's joking or not when she said this is the healthy option. Because she says it so seriously. I don't know if she's joking. Or like if, you know. I mean, she did say at the start that she's going to put tomatoes to make it healthy. I bet there's healthy options though in Florida. Come on.
Assembly, healthy food yourself. It's a bit hard in the car, but
What?
to assembly, healthy food yourself. It's a bit hard in the car,
I think she's joking.
but like a proper American, I want to try eating in the parking lot in the car. Because I heard that's what you do here. So, mac and cheese, and we're gonna fill that into the bread bowl.
I would have the food all over the car, you already know, because I can't do anything well for the life of me, honestly.
Here we got it. Look at this.
Yay.
This does look really good. It looks so creamy, and it only has a bit more than 1,100 calories. So this is probably like half the calories at least that I need in a day. Let's try it.
I know you guys don't hear it. But I just heard a bah, and now the police sirens. What is going on?
Cheers. This is good mac and cheese. And here the bread.
It looks delicious. And bread is always good.
As a German, I have very high standards when it comes to bread, but this is a good bread. I don't know if it's really healthy, but it is a good bread. And this is a really delicious
How can bread be healthy though? If it's not like rye bread or like something like that. I don't get it.
mac and cheese. I love mac and cheese.
It's just flour. But I do like bread though. Bread goes with everything, especially living in Spain. I've learned to eat bread, white bread with everything, and then after you finish your plate of food, you scrape the plate with the bread. Oh, it's good.
I love it so much, but it's hard to get abroad. So I'm gonna enjoy all of the mac and cheeses I can get while here. Cheers. So I'm here in Cocoa Beach, and you can already hear it in the background. There's a Christmas parade going on. I've never seen one before ever, because we don't have this. It's not a concept in Germany, so I'm really excited. So these people in the front are like students, I think, and they're dressed up like military, which is crazy, because I've never seen students dressed up in military uniform. That is crazy. So yeah, on this flag, Cocoa Beach High School. So these are high schoolers dressed up in full-on military uniform with like guns. I don't know, I think it's maybe fake guns. I would hope it's fake guns. Crazy. So this is crazy. This is the first time
so
I've seen
cool.
cheerleaders in real life. I've only ever seen it in the high school movies. They even have like a
Same.
marching band here. That is so cool.
Witnessing the Christmas parade was probably one of the most fun things during my stay. Local businesses drove through the streets in festively decorated cars, handing out candy to the kids. Several
Oh my goodness, look at the dog.
festively decorated cars, handing
What the dog doing? Look at the... Oh, I love that dog so much. Oh my
out
god.
candy to the kids.
It's so cute.
Several churches also took part, presenting nativity scenes on the back of their trucks. Decorated Volkswagen buses, boats, and even live chicken were also there. And I also saw my first ever Cybertrucks in
Though it was a fluffy chicken. That's the type of chicken, like if I ever have a farm. Not a farm. Maybe I'll just have a few chickens. But there's a fluffy chicken, they're very cute.
there. And I also saw my first ever Cybertrucks in real life, decorated as Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
All these Cybertrucks driving around here are actually from SpaceX. That's so cool. they just handed out all of these flyers because apparently all of the trucks are operated by local businesses, and I guess SpaceX is the biggest local business here at the Space Coast. I love this parade. This is literally so cool. Earlier at the parade today, they didn't only throw out candy, but also these little papers, and I didn't have a look at it yet. So let's see what's in there. Okay, it is a church invitation, but as you can see, Club Zion. So I think this is a proper Zionist community. So I just did a quick research. This Club Zion community is a branch of Christian Zionism. So it's some sort of church that supports the return of the Jews to the Holy Land. I've never heard of this branch of religion before, and given that it's a Zionist organization, as I see that here, I think I'm gonna skip this invitation and not join for their Sunday morning meeting. But in general, what I find so interesting is just how many churches you see, and all of these churches support a different kind of Christianity. And that is just so weird. You drive through the streets and there's like so many different kind of churches. So it's basically, you can just choose what kind of religion you want here. And that is so foreign to me, because in Germany we usually have, if you're Christian, we usually have Catholics and evangelic people. And there's not that many more options. There's not this variety. You can't just like become part of the spaghetti monster church or whatever. Like, we don't have that. So that's very, very interesting. And today is also my last day here already, and it was really, really interesting. I really enjoyed being here, which is kind of a surprise because right now with all the political stuff that's going on, I was a little bit worried because I don't necessarily support any of the political stuff that's going on here with Trump and everything, and especially Florida, where the majority of people votes for Trump. I was a bit like, I don't know how it's gonna be, but being here, what really changed for me is I noticed the people that you meet in daily life are super, super friendly. I think it's the southern friendliness here in the US. And you just notice everyone's just like normal people. Yes, the people might have a very different political opinion.
I think the American politics are so much talked about in Europe that people imagine that when they go there, it's going to be all about politics, you know? I think that's why it's understandable that she would feel that way going there. But
than I do. But in daily life, everyone's just really nice and kind and friendly. I had a great time here. I met a lot of really interesting people. In general, like, the people here are really, really friendly, and I guess everyone is just trying to make the best out of the situation. And yeah, so I really enjoyed my time here. Very surprised about that, and I definitely want to come back and explore more states, because they're like,
I like her. She's very sweet, but she's I mean, it's Florida. I feel like if I went to Florida, I would have the time of my life because, you know, I don't know. I just imagine going to Florida and it just being like crazy, like, you know, I don't know, going on little water motor things there and, you know, seeing crocodiles and I don't know. I just imagine it to be like so, you know?
like 50 states, so there's like so much to see, and I've only seen Florida so far. So I'll definitely be back at one point in the future, but for now I'm gonna return to Asia. I still have some content from Europe that I'm gonna upload, and then I'm gonna return to Asia for next year.
Nice.
And yeah, I wish you all happy holidays. I hope you enjoyed this video that was a bit different to my usual content, and I appreciate it so much if you watch this video until the end, and I hope to see you again next Thursday to my next video, and until then I wish you all happy holidays. Bye bye.
Bye bye. I really liked Waffle House. Oh, now I want hash browns so bad. Hash browns? Hash browns? I don't know what I can't remember what they're called. But oh, look at that. Everything looks so good. But isn't hash browns, shouldn't it be like one piece? But either way, Florida looks so nice. It looks very, I don't know, peaceful as well. Like, not peaceful maybe, but you know, just very laid back. I like it. Either way, guys, thank you so much for joining me for this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know in the comments below if you're from the Florida area, if you've been there, and what your experience is like. Please leave a like, subscribe if you haven't yet, and I'll see you guys in the next video.